go. Got Neil Young on the brain today. It is Friday the 15th of November. And, should have had Christmas stuff on the brain. I talked about Christmas back in October, so never mind. Enough about, hopefully everybody's working on their Christmas tunes. But it was Neil Young's birthday this week, and that made me think about some of how influential and educational I think his songs were for me. Some of it was, these were songs that I was just working on figuring out. I mean, these albums would come out, Harvest, after the Gold Rush. Even the couple later, On the Beach and Time Fades Away, I never quite warmed up to that. But boy, I liked playing those songs. There were some pretty cool tunes in there. Now the first album, I mean, he did a lot of stuff in the double drop D tuning, right, with the two E strings tuned down to D. But some of them could probably be played without it. Yeah, so that's two already from the first album. The first thing I played was "Here We Are in the Years." If you're kind of racking your brain, what was that? That was, of course, The Loner. Let's see, what have we got? Oh, there is an album I forgot about that I didn't just mention. I'm crossing up two songs. I better go with the title one. Change of modes here. He does this in a lot of tunes. Like, so this is Comes a Time, and it opens up with a normal chord progression in the key of G, right? We're going from chord 1 to 3 to 5. It's a little bit of an unusual, it's what Bluebird does too. Anyway, I was mostly talking about Neil Young. That's, of course, Stephen Stills. And I was just listening to a Stills album. Actually, I put on a couple of his earlier albums the other day because one of my students wanted to work on Sing and Call, which is it's just like 4 and 20. I'm going to probably put a lesson together on it because we don't have enough D modal tunings up here. Songs that only use D's and A's. 4 and 20 does that. Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. Love the One You're With. And there's a couple more, I think. But anyway. And so but yeah, that progression to comes a time, G, B minor, D, is the same thing, still is used in Bluebird, just with a little different rhythm. But what happens in comes a time then, after the D, we hear a normal chords in the key of G again. So a little harmonic analysis of what's going on here. We used actually all 5 of the first chords in the key, but it went from 1 to 3 to 5. G, B minor, D. Right? Did that a few. Oh, and then it didn't repeat it. It comes a time back in my head. Let me think about this. To D, A minor 7 to C. Basically then chords 2 and 4 right next to each other. But, so these are all chords in the key of G, right? Then in the chorus he throws in F. So you should be able to hear the modal change there. That F chord sounds wrong, and that's because it's not in the key of G. And we have 3 chords then from the key of C. We have a G chord to an F chord to a C chord. And so we've really changed into what would be considered mode, the 5th mode. I'll let you process that for a second. Now I'll tell you. We're using chords from the key of G, key of C, C, F, and G, but it's still treating G, which is chord 5 in C, as home, as the tonic. And so you can hear the whole texture of the song changes. It's a lot like in the song I was messing with last week. This riff keeps landing on an A chord, and then the song starts on A minor. So that's a change of mode. In this case, it's from the key of A major to A minor. But in this case, in the Neil Young tune, it's from G major to G Mixolydian. When the song is revolving around chord 5, that's the Mixolydian mode. So, and then what happens there? Oh, it even ends on a D minor 7. That F thing again. Okay, enough wandering off on my Neil Young tangent here today. Maybe not. What's another one? Okay, I got a couple of announcements first. 2, maybe only 1. Wait a minute. Oh, welcome back to a couple of old members. That was really cool to see on the forum this week. Some posts from a couple of people coming back to playing guitar, including one from like our really early days, a founding member. So welcome back, older Wrench. From older Neil. And the other thing, though, is just last week, at the beginning of this week, we put together a couple of packs. A few months ago, I started talking about my favorite lessons for people to work on for one particular technique or another. And so we assembled a couple packs of my top fingerpicking songs, 2 volumes of those. And I want to thank everybody who decided to add those to their collection. It's been pretty popular around here, and in honor of that, we are going to follow the email box. Pay attention to your emails that will be coming out probably Tuesday or in a couple days. Yeah, probably Tuesday or so. About kind of a special event for people that have bought the packs, I'll give you a save the date thing for Saturday, what is today, the 15th, 16th, the 23rd. So Saturday the 23rd, 11 o'clock Pacific time, we'll be doing something really special for those who have bought the fingerpicking packs. And we will I can't tell you anything more about it because I'm still kind of in the planning stages. And for those who are members, subscribers, if you probably never bother to look at the packs that we've put out, but this would be a good place to see the list of my 15 favorite fingerpicking songs. Actually, there are two, and they kind of are graded. So there's 15 that I would consider easy to beginning intermediate, and then there's 15 that are intermediate to advanced intermediate. Does it get too really advanced? No, I would consider most advanced fingerpicking pieces, I would consider instrumentals. You know, like I played this for you a few weeks ago. Never mind. But that was Pharaoh's Rag, John Renbourn. So anyway, September the 23rd, 11 o'clock Pacific time. I hope to be doing something that, if it turns out cool, we'll record it and let everybody else see it sometime too. But it's going to, again, it's special invitations. Excuse me. So, here I was about to bust into another Neil Young tune. Let's make it a little dreamier. See if you can figure out. I'm sure you can figure out. Slow down, calm down. This is another really interesting one that changes modes. You hear these major 7 and 6 chords in the key of D, and then the song starts. Back to D major. Ooh, we gotta take that an octave higher. Let's try that lower octave. So we hear these chords in D major. And then it starts on D minor again. But even weirder. Wow. Never even thought about this till just now. It's revolving around D minor, and so it feels like it's in the key of D minor. You got D minor to C to A minor to F, not in that order, right? This is I Am a Child, by the way. I am a child. A minor to F, do do do, do 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 do. F to C, do do do. This chord sounds wrong. It goes to E minor, which is not in the key of D minor, but it's in the key of C. And so here's an example of where we're using chords from the key of C, but revolving around chord 2, D minor. The E minor, though, just doesn't seem like it fits, because we're really expecting this to sound like it's in the key of D minor. And so this is another modal tune. This section of it is modal. The first section is in the major mode, or the Ionian mode. But this section of I Am a Child goes from D minor to C to A minor to F, and then brings in E minor, all chords from the key of C. Mode 2. These are the two most important modes you should know about, other than major and minor. This is the Dorian mode. The song I always use as a Dorian example is the Gordon Lightfoot tune, The Ghost of Cape Horn. It's D minor, C, F, and G, and keeps coming home to D minor. So, classic example. So, didn't mean to talk so much about modes today, but hopefully you got something out of that and enjoyed my little excursion through my Neil Young memories of songs I remember figuring out and playing back when I was a teenager. Long time. Anyway, that is it for the 15th of November.